It's Street Talk with Loretta Rose. Thanks for joining us. On today's show, we're going to share with you a community event that you have an opportunity to be a part of. It is the 4th of July celebration presented to you by Phoenix City Parks and Recs. You don't want to miss it. Our special guest that will be opening at the great concert is from Phoenix City, Jessie Wilson. She's on today's show and she'll be opening up for the great Independence Day concert. Stick around. It's Street Talk with Loretta Rose. You're watching here on Beam TV. It's Street Talk with Loretta Rose. Thanks for joining us. On today's show, I have a very special guest. She's going to be on today's show talking about the Phoenix City Amphitheater 2025 4th of July celebration. Well, our special guest is a hometown girl. She's a native of Phoenix City and she's a country singer. She's coming home to be a part of this great celebration, and she's going to be one of the opening acts of this great 4th of July celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as I welcome the beautiful Jessie Wilson. Hi, Jessie.
Hey, how's it going? So glad to be here.
Oh, it is such a pleasure to finally meet you, beautiful lady.
Yes, ma'am. So are you.
Yes, well, I would like to say shout out to Brad Strickland with Phoenix City Parks and Rec, who is hosting this great event, the Phoenix City 4th of July celebration at Phoenix City Amphitheater. And they reached out and said, I need for you to interview Jessie Wilson. She's going to be opening up for this great celebration on 4th of July, and she is from Phoenix City. And I was like, I've never heard of Jessie. First of all, you can sing, okay? I know that's not good English, probably, but girl, I love your voice.
Thank you. Yes, Phoenix City native, born and raised, and moved to Nashville about almost 6 years ago now. Time flies. So
Oh,
it's been
wow.
an incredible journey, a long journey, and I'm super excited to come back and get to play for everybody.
I love it. You're coming home. I love that. So, Jessie, you have been in the singing industry, you said about 6 years?
Yes, here as pursuing it as a career. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. And you're in Tennessee.
Yes, Nashville, Tennessee. Yes, ma'am.
And you are opening up shows and hitting the stage all
Yes.
the time there.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I've been playing Broadway primarily the past few years here. So if anyone's been to Nashville, I see a lot of hometown people that'll come through. I play about 3 gigs a week and I do some out of town things, but I'm excited to kind of halt the Broadway stuff and play more out of town shows. And so super excited to get to come home. Obviously, I started out playing in Phoenix City and Columbus, Auburn, Lake Martin area when I was about 2021 and while I was teaching elementary school. And so I haven't been back in a while, and I told myself about a year or so ago that if I came back, I wanted to make it a goal to play the amphitheater and kind of get out of the bar and grill. So very thankful that Brad's having me, and super thankful to be playing on this amphitheater stage. And it's going to be an awesome, awesome lineup.
Oh, amazing. Wow. So you're giving us an insight of your journey. So you're a native of Phoenix City. You went to the schools here in Phoenix City. You were an educator in Phoenix City. And now you're coming home to
Yes,
sing in
I
Phoenix
went to
City.
Ridgecrest, PCIS, South Girard, and then Central, and graduated from Central High School, go Red Devils, in 2010. And I was a cheerleader and played music and played in the worship band at Golden Acres Baptist Church and did that through my 20s. And then I got a degree at Columbus State University for elementary education because my mom wanted me to get a degree, which I'm thankful she did. She's like, you could always change your mind. At least you go to school and do that. So I did. And while I was in college, I was playing gigs as well, especially through my first 5 years I taught in Phoenix City and Columbus. So I taught 1 year in Phoenix City at Meadow Lane kindergarten. And then I taught 4 years at Double Churches Elementary for first grade. And so while I was teaching, I was playing and very busy and praying up the courage to finally move here and do this thing. And so I finally got brave and did it, and super thankful.
I love it. I love it. I heard you mentioning mom. And then before we had our interview, you talked about your mom as your best friend. Tell us about that.
Yeah. It's funny how I feel like when we're all younger, we kind of butt heads with our mom. But when you grow up, you're like, she's my best friend. I call her probably 2 or 3 times a day. Sometimes she's like, honey, what do you call your sister? So that's our relationship. But I have a song, That's What Mamas Are For. And I just love that song. I feel like it really hits a bunch of people. And I love just putting personal stories and things that matter to me, with your family and just real life situations into my music. And that's a song, That's What Mamas Are For, that's resonated with a lot of people. And yeah, love my mama. My family's coming up this week, actually. And then I'll be coming to Phoenix City next week. So,
Awesome. And mom is still living here, residing here in Phoenix City.
yes, ma'am. I can hardly get her up here in Nashville. She loves the house and loves Phoenix City. So, yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
She's still there.
Well, on behalf of the Lowe's, Mayor Eddie Lowe, Deborah Lowe, city greetings from the city of Phoenix City. They are super proud of you.
Oh, I hope I get to see them. It's been so long. I love them, and we go way back. And yeah, I love the Lowe family.
Oh, sweet. So tell us, how did you get from where you started singing here locally to Nashville and hitting stages all the time throughout the week and meeting so many great people in the music industry? How did you get from there to where you are now?
I wish one day maybe I will write a book on it. So it's been interesting. It's not like, I mean, when I was an educator, you go to college, you take X, Y, and Z courses, you graduate, you go apply for jobs, boom, and then you're successful because you got the job. And so this industry is kind of different, and that's kind of what hung me up for a while. I didn't really have a lot of money. I didn't know anybody, and that's usually how this industry kind of works. And so I just moved here. I was tired of my excuses. I prayed, and I was finishing up my 5th year. And I felt like God was just like, you need to move. And so I talked to my principal, Paula Shaw Powell, shout out Columbus, Georgia, double churches. And I was really nervous about that conversation. I don't know why I wasn't quitting. I was just like, going to finish the year and then go. And she told me to go do that. She said, baby, the school will always be here. I'll help you get a job if you ever want to come back. So that was kind of for me as like a planner, the security blanket that I needed to move here to do this. But it's been crazy. I'm still figuring out what the word success means. And I'm an independent artist, which means I don't have a record deal yet or a publishing deal, which is a songwriting deal. And so I'm a singer and songwriter and just moved here. And you go out every night, and there's so many writers rounds in Nashville where everyone's singing original music, and you get to meet everybody. And so you kind of do that to get your feet wet and get to meet the community here, which is the beautiful thing about it, because everybody sings. The people at the grocery store, the people at the bank. I mean, it's kind of a city of dreamers. And so I kind of sometimes felt a bit alienated back home, just because I felt a bit different, because there was a few of us, but not a lot that were kind of doing what I was doing. And so it helped me moving here to be able to learn, soak it in, and grow from everything. And I knew when I moved here that I wanted to be full time. And like I've told you, I taught, so I had to split my time between teaching and music for a while. And so I knew whatever it took, I wanted my mind and heart to be able to be focused on music when I got here. So I moved here right before the pandemic, which was super crazy for everybody. And a lot of places shut down. And so I started serving tables when I got here. Well, I worked at a daycare, realized that didn't work out because it was 9 to 5 and everyone's writing songs and they kind of have a more flexible schedule. And so after that, I was like, well, I'll go serve tables. I've never done that. So I served tables and met a few of my friends on stages from serving tables. And then some of those places that I served at owned bars and restaurants on Broadway. That's kind of how I got looped into the Broadway circuit. And so as soon as I got enough gigs under my belt to be able to be full time, I let the serving go. And I've been doing music full time for 4 or 5 years now, which is crazy. And so I still have a long ways to go from where I want to be, but I've tried to stop myself, and reflect on the journey. And like I said, going from teaching to music is it's been a wild thing without a manual.
Wow, we are so proud of you. And the community and all the viewers can see her at the Phoenix City Amphitheater 4th of July celebration, and it takes place on the 4th of July, 4 p.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss it. That's when the gates open, but the show starts 5 p.m. So we want you to make sure that you're there. So tell us about some of the music you're going to bring. We're going to take a break, and we want to play a clip of some of your music so that the community can get abreast with your music.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell us what you're going to bring when you come.
Yes, I'm going to be bringing a four-piece band from Nashville, so five with me included. We have rehearsal tomorrow, so getting ready and bringing a bunch of new merch. Gonna have a meet and greet booth. I'm excited because I feel like shows are so fast. You really don't, especially hometown shows, you don't have time to hug and talk to everybody. And so it'll be hot, but y'all be prepared. Bring some fans, wear some tank tops, and hopefully the line isn't too long. But I'd love to be able to see everyone. I texted all the parents, past parents, that I still have their number on my phone, and they've tried to invite most of my students. So if anybody's seeing this that I used to teach, or family, friends, would love to see everybody now that I finally have some time to be home and get to see everyone and get to talk and share with y'all what I'm doing. Super exciting, lots of hard work put into it, and excited to come back and show it to my hometown.
All right. You're listening here on Street Talk with Loretta Rose, our special guest, Jessie Wilson, who will be performing at the Phoenix City Amphitheater 4th of July celebration. We're going to take a break and let you hear music from Jessie Wilson. We'll be back after this.
That warning light's been on, I ain't letting off the hammer. Every day I'm getting closer to heading back to Alabama. They say I'm living the dream, but this dream is killing me. Feeding this same slot machine, it's a game you'll never beat.
You're busy, we get it. As a small business owner, every part of your business is important. But there are certain things that slip through the cracks. Marketing may be it. If this is you, let's chat and change this. Advertising, marketing, production.
Welcome back. We have our special guest, Jessie Wilson, recording artist. She's a country singer and she's a native of Phoenix City, Alabama. She will be opening up for the 4th of July celebration that takes place on July 4th at Phoenix City Amphitheater. This is presented to you by Phoenix City Parks and Rec. Wow, and it's a free event. Jessie, I love it. I am proud of you. I love the music. I love this one right here, Blame It on Alabama. Tell us about that one.
It's one of my favorites. I've released 10 songs so far, I believe. I'm starting to lose count. But that one is just really resonating. I feel like it takes a while to kind of find your voice, find your story, and you got to live a little bit. And so I feel like after all the living that I've done, it just seems like it's all kind of coming together. And Blame It on Alabama is just the story of being from Alabama, being Southern, and you just can't help but blame it on, the chorus says, blame it on my mama, because Lord knows she tried. Blame it on the preacher man. He tried to save my life at Golden Acres. So shout out to Jonathan Taylor and Jessica Taylor. But yes, so I'm excited to play that one. And I've got a bunch of new Blame It on Alabama merch. And yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's high energy for sure.
Wow. And also tell us about Airstream Dreams, because that is a very popular song you have as well.
Yes, ma'am. It's my most popular. Shout out to Caleb Lee Hutchinson. I'm thankful that he agreed to write this song with me and duet this. But funny story, Caleb, we're hoping he'll be able to make a surprise appearance for the 4th of July show. But he was the runner-up, I believe, in the 2018 American Idol. I can't remember the exact season, but I do remember that was the last season I watched when I remember being a teacher and being at home and like watching American Idol like most people do, and thought I'm never going to meet that guy. And then lo and behold, time flies. He was at one of my shows, complimented my artistry, and we wrote a song together, and he agreed to sing on it with me. And he has a great, beautiful country voice, one of the best male voices out there. And so yeah, I'm excited about that song, and I'm hoping that he'll get to show up and people will get to see him and hear him as well.
Wow, this is awesome. So it's going to take place July 4th. You get a chance, an opportunity to see Jessie Wilson. And we need our city, our community to come out and support our hometown girl. I imagine this feels like a full circle moment.
Yes, it does. And and people that know me probably could tell I was kind of holding tears back in that early part of it. I don't. It's just something about your hometown, you know. It's just I can stare into strangers' faces all day, but you look out, see your aunt, see your uncle, see your high school friends. It's just so y'all pray that I'm gonna keep it together because if you know me, you know I'm emotional.
Oh, wow. Well, we are super excited for you and to have you to come home on July 4th. Again, the gates open at 4 p.m. Eastern. The show starts at 5 p.m. Eastern and it's free. So come out, enjoy the festivities, fireworks, family and fun, and meet Jessie as well. So for those that may want to follow you on social media, how do we do that?
Yes, ma'am. It's Jessie Wilson Music, Jessie Wilson Music on Instagram. Facebook, it's just Jessie Wilson. Both of those are good. I'm all on Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you listen to music, just search Jessie Wilson. And then my website is jessiewilsonofficial.com. So if you find one of those, you'll find all of those. Everything's sort of linked together.
Amazing, amazing. So we definitely want to support Jessie and her music. And on the 4th of July. As we get ready to close out, any final thoughts, any words of inspiration that you want to share with those that have been very instrumental into you, or just encouraging other artists that are aspiring to be on the path that you are on?
Yeah, just keep going. It hasn't been easy, but I can't wait to show y'all all the hard work I put in and put on this awesome show, 4th of July in my hometown. So y'all come on out with us. Free show, fireworks, Taylor Honeycutt's closing the show. She's amazing, also from Alabama. So I'm excited that some females are getting the spotlight, and we're going to put on a great show. So y'all come on out and hang out with us.
All right, girl, you make me want to go get my hat. Put my boots on, have my boots on the ground, and just have a good time with Jessie Wilson. I love it. Well, we love you. Thank you so much for being on Street Talk with Loretta Rose and Beam TV. We want to give a shout out to Phoenix City Parks and Rec and Phoenix City Amphitheater for an amazing free event and bringing our hometown girl to be a part of opening this great concert that will take place on the 4th of July. You've been watching Street Talk with Loretta Rose here on Beam TV.
If anybody starts to wonder why